I am here.
I saw, I acknowledged you. I brought you in. He's like, I just click on him. No one's talking to him. Just,
Yeah, fuck me.
By the way, welcome everybody to the show.
Hey.
Nobody knows that we're broadcasting yet because we haven't promoted it, but they'll see this on the replay and then they'll go. So I'm going to promote this now as we're talking and getting
Awesome.
this going.
Cool beans. Well, hello, all of you replay watchers. Hi.
Exactly. So I have your Indiegogo campaigns up here in front of me, and obviously I want you guys to talk about this a lot. You know what I mean? And I want to we're probably going to talk about it twice. You know what I mean? Because there's nobody here at the moment because we started kind of an off time. Little emergency stuff happened, crazy momentums, but I'm sure that between the three of us, we start promoting this thing. People will file in to spread the noise.
Mm-hmm.
So, plus, I'll be making a noise on Facebook as we talk, so that will build up. So we'll talk about it now, and then we'll talk about it again, and we'll get it going. So
well, very nice, because if there's anything I love to talk about, it's Super Dead. Like, what? That book is awesome, y'all.
I think it's a pretty cool concept, and we've talked about it before. I don't know why I picked the StreamYard. I've never done that before. You ever stream the same one?
No, but I did take Optimus Deadpool's advice when I went on with Malin to share tabs instead of whole screen. Yeah. And I found out that it won't let you swap between tabs. And John was like, all right, well, let's just move on to somebody else since Mandy don't have her crap together. And I'm just like, oh, man.
You know what the trick is? You know what the trick is? Instead of swapping tabs, you select the URL from the tab that you want to change it to and paste it in the tab that's active.
Oh.
Or use the bookmark bar.
Yeah, Pete keeps talking about this bookmark bar, but I haven't messed with it.
Yeah, I create a folder for the stream that you're on. Just share that tab and then
you can just hit the bookmark because they won't see you hitting the bookmark stuff until your screen changes. They'll just see what's in the tab.
Oh, well.
We're gonna have visitors. Dorian Gray is already here to bug us. So.
Hey there, kikis.
Yeah. As I'm sure you've been on a stream with me at least once, you know that I get swarmed by cats.
Yes. I keep trying to get you to shake their treat jar.
Oh, you know what?
So they'll all come.
We'll do that. I have treats that I bought them today. That's in a small bag, and they're the turkey ones. It's like their favorite.
Ooh.
That will bring quite a few cats over. We'll be swarmed. So we'll definitely do that.
Well, when you do it, will you sing my cat treats bring all the cats to the yard in there? Because that would be awesome if you did.
Bring all the cats to the yard.
Yeah. That's what I do when I shake the pounce and my kitties come. I like to sing. I'm not good at it, but I like to do it.
I gotcha. Well, it's fun. Singing is fun. I see that you guys are promoting the John Malin cover.
We are.
Is that the main cover now, or is that?
We really don't have a main cover. I love both covers like a ton. Like, I love the one Pete did. I love the one John did. So I'm just kind of alternating, because some people are into the John Malin cover. Some people are into the Pete cover. So next week I'll probably swap it again for the other one. I just like to keep it, keep it fresh, mix it up a little bit.
Keep it mixed up. Keep it a little fresh. I got you. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes total sense. So if I seem distracted, it's because I am trying to get this tweeted out on Twitter.
Same here.
while we're talking. So the why don't I hand over the elevator pitch to you guys right now, and you guys talk about what inspired Super Dead and what is Super Dead.
Okay, so first I'll do the pitch for it. So basically, this book, even though it starts at a certain point, we have to go back 10 years before to get the full effect of the book. Basically, what happened is New Astoria, the town that the book is, based on, they had a superhero named Captain Valor. Now, he was like a Superman type. He was really valiant, just a really good guy, genuinely cared about, humans and about being a superhero. Well, big villain shows up, big battle happens. He creates a army of undead. By the time all is said and done, Captain Valor does win the battle and defeats the evil. But in doing so, he had to crush the villain's soul stone. When he did that, it kind of killed him. So he's not really alive anymore. And doing that mutated all of his abilities. He no longer has, he used to be able to fly. He can no longer fly. Now he uses shadows. He can go, kind of melt into shadows to hop around. He used to be able to shoot lasers. He can't do that anymore. He just has a lot of strength.
Okay, so he used to be. I have a question now. So he used to have more superpowers, and he lost them.
He lost his original ones, and he didn't really lose. He just mutated. So now he still has powers, but they're different from what they used to be. They used to be, kind of look at it like dark and light powers. He used to have light powers. Now his powers have turned very, very dark.
Okay, I just associated to Star Wars and the Force. So
that'll work.
Light side.
Yeah, that'll work with this. So yes, what he did was he started getting first his mind started deteriorating, and he started getting like a thirst for flesh, for human blood. So instead of doing that, he decided the best thing he could do was try to end himself. He didn't want to be a villain. That was the last thing he wanted. He still had enough sense left. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna end this. Unfortunately for him, he's still a superhero. His health regen was too high for him to get the job done. Every time he tried jumping off a tall building or, impaling himself, no matter what he tried, he couldn't get it done. So what he did was he went into the city sewers and kind of just lived out 10 years of his life eating on rats or gators or, just whatever he could find, and staying away from the humans above so he would not harm them. The whole time he's down there, he's assuming, he saved all of these humans' lives. He saved the entire world. And so he's assuming they are, up there coming up with a way to help him, or maybe even possibly he can just handle it. He could do it himself. He can use his willpower to stop the frenzy that he goes into when he smells humans. So 10 years goes by, and he decides finally he's going to go up. He thinks he can control it. So he's going to go up and walk among the humans again and see where they are at as far as helping him. When he goes up there, first of all, some things happen that I don't want to tell because it's kind of a spoiler for the book. But certain things happen.
I love spoilers.
I know, right? Certain things are going to happen that literally makes him, whatever bit of decency and goodness was left inside of him, it ruins it. It kills it for him. So basically now you have a very pissed off undead superhero running around. At the same time, he finds out he's been replaced by a new superhero that is Omega Atlas. Now, Omega Atlas is kind of like Homelander from The Boys. Is his
picture here? I saw his picture tweeted out.
Yes.
Where's his picture here?
Actually, if that one would load it, the bell tower show one more. Yes, right there. That's him on the bottom with Devour on top of him. So that was at one time.
Devour.
Yes, Devour. He used to be Captain Valor. Over time, while he was in the sewers, to not forget himself, he would read old newspaper clippings where, it's like Captain Valor saves the day, and look at old photographs just so he wouldn't lose that piece of himself. Oh, I'm repeating. Okay.
It was you. I'm marketing while we're talking.
Cool beans. So over time he would say his name over and over in his head so he wouldn't forget who he was. Captain Valor, Valor. And then eventually it mutated to Devour. Like everything else in his life, it's mutated and changed. So, he finds out he's been replaced by this sociopathic, really bad superhero, Omega Atlas. And basically, the book is going to be a fight between two superheroes, both equally as disturbed in the head as the other one. So, yeah.
Nice. So they're equally as disturbed. So
Yes.
okay, so I have like all kinds of questions. I'm trying like how to trick you to say spoilers without making it sound like spoilers. Okay, so is Omega Atlas his arch nemesis?
He will be once he realizes that he's been replaced by him. It's kind of like if you had given up everything to save people and you think they care about you and they think they appreciated it, and you come back up and you realize that they don't give a shit about you. You've been replaced. So it ends up, he doesn't really know Omega Atlas yet, but once he meets him and finds out about him, that is going to definitely be his nemesis.
Okay, so they're going to be a nemesis. Now, Omega Atlas, is he like a Superman good guy? Always
No.
like, Johnny? No, he's not. So
No, he is like Homelander. He is, he gets the job done, but he's very demented, very nasty with the way he does it. So so
he's like a good guy, bad guy. He's like he's like a good guy, but he's like get off me, good guy. What's that guy from the Watchmen, the really smart one? What was his name? He was kind of like that.
God, I'm so bad with names, but I know who exactly you're talking about.
Ozymandias. Ozymandias?
Is it Ozymandias?
Vorchak?
No, Vorchak's the one with the face.
Yeah. When you've got the Dr. Manhattan's the blue one, and Ozymandias is the
Is it Ozymandias?
There we go.
Did they have another name they called him that I'm trying to think of, because like that's not ringing, but yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know who I'm talking about, even though I'm bonering on the name of the character.
Yeah,
it happens.
So it's kind of like that, where he's like a hero, but he's like a dick about it.
Yes. He does not have the same love for the humans that Captain Valor had. His is more, oh God, he's assholes again.
Why can't they wipe their own butts, kind of thing, right?
Right. He doesn't much care for humans, and their life means very, very little to him. Where with Captain Valor, that's, he cared. He genuinely cared about the people he was protecting. This guy, he does not. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes a lot of sense. So then in a way, Super Dead kind of has an opportunity to, because especially since they're going to be Nemesis, has an opportunity to kind of have a little bit of anti-hero to his darkness.
Yes. Again, Devour at one time, or Cat Devour, whichever you prefer. At one point, was a Superman type. He was good. He was genuinely a good guy. Like he was, like if he was rolling up a D&D character, he would definitely go the good route, So, no evil, not an ounce of evil, loved everybody. But like I said, he is now kind of broken.
Okay, so can you go into what, like, his breaking? I mean, how much can you tell us about the actual breaking of his will from good to evil?
He, like I said, he can no longer control hunger. Just being around a human at times can actually put him in almost like a vampiric state where he'd go into a frenzy. He would literally go into a frenzy and eat the flesh off of the people that he gets around. He no longer, his mind is just absolutely 100% warped. He knows he's losing his mind. And that's the thing with this character that makes him so in-depth, is he knows, he realizes, I'm losing my mind. I'm not there, but he's doing everything he can to use his will to fight off the the bad urges that he is having. So yeah, he knows he's losing it, and he is desperately trying to grasp on to anything to keep him somewhat himself before he goes into absolute darkness.
Ooh. So he's still wrestling with like going darker and darker during
Yes.
this. So there's complete personal torment and trial throughout the whole thing, is what you're saying.
Yes, because again, he is still a good guy. He doesn't want to hurt humans. He doesn't want to eat people, but he can't control the frenzy. So yeah, so like I said, a little girl actually comes and it's in the book. She will come and bring him a rose every night. She gets a rose off a rose bush in her front yard and brings it to him where he's living in the sewers, and just holds it down there for him. And that to him is his thought of, they do still care about me. This little girl comes every night. They appreciate what I did. They are trying to help me. They appreciate what I did for them, and the fact that I saved them and ended up dying myself to save them. But
so
yeah,
that's how he dies, is by saving. Now, can you tell us more about that? Like that, how that happened?
Yeah. Well, okay. Yes. So before the book begins, prior, about 10 years before the beginning of this book, there was a supervillain that was just, I mean, so powerful, so dark, could raise the dead, had all kinds of dark abilities that he could use. And yeah, during the big battle, where there were zombies, lots of undead, he could turn people into undead and then raise the dead even. Yeah, he was destroying the city. Captain Valor came in to save the day. He did. But in the final battle, the guy had a soul stone, and when he crushed it, killing him, killing the villain, it, like I said, he was a superhero. If it would have been a human, it would have killed him dead. But because it was a superhero, he just kind of sucked up all that power. But it did kill him, but his health regen's so high that he can't actually go over to the other side. He's stuck now as this superhero that is pretty much dead, but it still has some of his mind left, enough to know what's going on.
I got you. All right. That's actually pretty cool. So
Thanks.
I'm like trying to obviously, suck the spoilers out of you. It's not always an easy task to get people to talk about things in their book that that are interesting, that I don't know, it's always cool to to get the scoop, you know what I mean?
Right, of course.
You're like, of course I do the same thing on my show.
Exactly. Toughest nuts to crack though were Skits comics.
Yeah,
you couldn't crack that nut. They weren't coming off of nothing for me.
No. I mean, we really tried to. I mean,
yes, yes, because they were so secretive about everything, and I'm like, well, can you give us a hint? They were like, no, you just got to get the book, and I'm like, son of a bitch, give me something.
Oh, I would play games about asking little drawing. I don't know if there's crime solving games that I like, that they're basically visual novels, but they have these elements in them where you can draw lines to connect the clues, and then
cool.
You know what I mean? And then when you connect the right clue, it'll expand the story to help you solve the case. You know what I mean? So I kind of think of that when I'm interviewing people. It's like, okay, well, I'm trying to connect the clues, and I was doing that crazy with them. I was all like, is this something no, what about this? Now, what about this? Now this is going to happen, maybe. Is this going to happen? You know what I mean? Kind of, I mean, so many times, we can't tell you that. And I'm like,
right? No, they were good. They were good at keeping secrets. What we are looking at right now, actually, Pete and I decided to put the first 12 pages of the book up on Indiegogo. So 48-page book, and you have the first 12. Anybody that's interested can go and read the first 12 pages and see if it's something that they're into. And this isn't samples. This is actually the first 12 pages of the book.
Mm-hmm.
This is right here. This is the first 12 pages.
Yes.
Pages right here.
Mm-hmm.
Technically it's 13 because that's splash pages there as well.
Yeah.
Technically. So that's great. So everybody can get a tease. Now, this book, when it comes out, it's going to be how many pages?
48.
48. You're putting it out 48. Okay. And when do you think you'll be releasing it?
Our hope, we are aiming to get it in everybody's hands by Halloween is what we would really, really like. But we have put it at December just to be sure. But we are December would be the latest, but we are pushing for October. So, and Pete he's cranking out the pages very, very quickly. So, we are on a perfect track to have this out by Halloween. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, side question. How was fulfillment on Warp the Wizard treat?
Oh, Lord. Well, I'm almost done. I think I've got about 25 more packages left. The reason it's taking me long now is I'm down to internationals and I only am able to do about 10 at a time before a riot starts in the post office as I'm filling out the custom forms. I hear people behind me going, like that at me.
No, I hear you. So I have a question then. Why are you doing it at the post office?
Well, that is just how I've done it this entire campaign. I've been going and taking file. I know I should be doing it, but I don't have a scale. I have to get one.
We shall talk because stamps.com will give you a free scale to test their service.
Do they really?
Yes, they do. And it actually works with their service. You can actually USB it to your computer and you weigh it and they will register the weight on the website.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So,
I need that.
Yeah. So we shall communicate that for you because I've been using that and I recommend it to everybody. There's another service that Chris Brawley mentioned to me that I want to check out because it might save a couple of bucks, but stamps.com has really proven to be a quality system. You know what I mean? It's even a little cheaper when I compare the individual prices, like what I pay here versus what I pay at the post office.
Right.
And it's because I'm actually bypassing the postal worker, and you know what I mean? So they actually are able to knock the price on a little bit so that they can do it. And I basically prep everything here, print the labels, you know what I mean? Put them on the package, and then I just take the packages to the post office and say, these are ready to go. And they're like, great, thanks. And, stamps.com has a tracking service. You know what I mean? The USPS tracking is in their system, and they have an international one too. So all the packages are tracked right when you print, from the moment you print them to where they, so like they will go the whole time tracked, and you'll have it data based on stamps.com. And then obviously the beautiful thing is that it remembers addresses. So like if somebody doesn't update their address, because I always check, you know what I mean? If, I always make sure it's the right one, but most of the addresses are already in there. So you don't have to retype them and trying to figure out like, well, this one's kind of crazy or whatever. It will save all the addresses in your database.
Well, I wish I would have talked to your ass before, because I did like 300 and something books the way I've been doing. I've only got like 20 or 30 left sitting over here. I'll be damned.
When my first campaign, when I went to the post office with like 100 books to ship out, you know what I mean?
People get pissed. My gosh. I was just telling the guys, I think it was 2 days ago, I took a huge amount out to the post office. And I think I was in a back room and I told all the guys, I was like, all right, I'm ordering a scale. I'm ordering some new ink cartridges for my printer because I'm done not doing that again after this book. So, yeah, I would definitely check that out. But, yeah, Wart, if you have not received it yet, you will very soon. Like I said, I've only got 20 left sitting over here, maybe 30. 2 boxes worth left, and they are done. All the works will be out. So if you're international, some of yours went out a couple of days ago, so be on the lookout. And if you haven't got it yet, I swear it's coming. I got to finish this last little bit here, and then all of Orc the Wizard will be out in everybody's hands.
I've already fulfilled Chapter 1's campaign.
Did you?
Yeah, I've already done. It's like so. Chapter 2 is going to be coming out pretty soon because that campaign is going to start this month. So it's like it's so much easier to do them all at home and then just take them at bulk. You know
I imagine. Oh yeah, I totally imagine.
Plus, international. Are you shipping in envelopes or in Gemini mailers?
Geminis.
Yeah, you would if you would done envelopes. You know what I mean, like the big envelopes, like I use. You could save yourself $8 a package.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I figure when you charge $20 international, they're paying for those Geminis, they're paying for the bubble wrap, they're paying for the package to come the way, you know what I'm saying, to come the way
I agree. If you're charging $20 to say ship to the UK, right? All right, it's going to be depending on what your package weighs. If your package weighs, like 8 ounces to 16 ounces, I think about that. In an envelope, it's going to cost about $18.50. You know what I mean? And then if you charge $20, that's like $1.50 for the packaging supplies. You know what I mean? So so it really depends on your package, your weight, and all that kind of stuff. But international, you do save about $8 putting it in an envelope versus a Gemini mailer. And the beauty of that is that like with me, I actually ate it on some packages. Because I did posters this time, right? You couldn't ship posters in an envelope. You know what I mean? They have, because it's in the tubes, it has to go packaged. So I got educated on different areas for packages. Like for instance, Canada, they have taxes and duties, so there's an extra $7 associated on top of the shipping cost to ship to Canada if it's a package. If it's an envelope, you don't have that. You know what I mean? There's little things like that.
Gotcha.
And that stuff adds up, and it doesn't change the quality of the delivery at all. You know what I mean? And the truth of the matter is, the time that you spend packing that up and making it worthwhile for them to think, and the supplies that you use to ship, all have to be figured into your costs. You know what I mean? Because otherwise that time, you know what I mean, that you're spending packing those things up is, I mean, it's love and tenderness, but in a way you're taking a hit. You know what I mean? So not to, just saying, future reference when you guys.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll definitely take that into consideration.
You're fulfilling Super Dad, Mandy.
And I am. Fulfillment, I think, will be on me with Super Dad. Pete's doing the bulk with the art, so it's only right I do the bulk of the shipping. So
yeah. In fact, you could probably save money. Like all the UK ones that are ordered, you know what I mean? You can gauge it, you know what I mean? But you might even be able to ship one big package to Pete and have him ship them out. He's like shaking his head no.
No.
I'll be drawing What the Wizard 2 while you're.
So he's all like, I'm not touching those packages.
Yeah, no, he's pretty much said that's on me, and I'm okay with that. I can live with that because I'm getting some incredible art on this book, as you can see. I'll do the fulfillment. No problem. You draw.
Yeah, which I am. Sketch card.
Always.
Awesome. So then back to your Super Dad campaign. You know what? Why don't we? I haven't watched your video. Unless it's the same one. Do you guys have a video up for the mailing list? Yeah. So then I haven't seen this yet.
Yeah.
The haunting bell at the end.
Yes, because okay, so you can get a little something out of me. The one of the final battles in the book between Omega Atlas and Captain Devour now will be on a bell tower. So the bells chime, and they will remember, because that's kind of what pushes Devour over the edge, is the fact that they all forgot about him. So he will make them remember him one way or another. So
okay,
yeah.
So I have another question. So so Devour craves human flesh.
Yes.
Does he also crave Omega flesh?
No, it wouldn't be quite the same thing. If anything, he craves with him just to get rid of him, just to make, because in his mind that will hurt the humans, and that is kind of where his mind is at right now. Is they forgot about me, they don't give a crap, they just replace me. So his main thing really is just hurting the people who have hurt him. So
there's no like while they're fighting, you look tasty stuff.
No.
It's like, get off my ear.
Yeah, he wants them to have like no hero, no protector. Y'all are gonna die. So that's kind of where he's at.
I gotcha. That's awesome. No, I'm looking forward to it. This sounds like a fun, look. I mean, I've always looking forward to it. I mean, we talked about this thing when it was right at the start of the mailing list, and I was excited to check it out even then. So yeah, I'm totally looking forward to it. Just want to say shout out to the people we have here in the chat. We got on Facebook. Hi. We got Samuel Nitros. We've got Wyatt Holiday. Oh, gee, who's that?
Hi. And Samuel, that I don't think was me. I'm gonna blame it on Pete. Pete, were you burping real loud, being rude?
No.
Well, it wasn't me.
Nothing to do with me. I'm sitting here quietly drawing.
And then Jade is here. Jade Spider-Man.
Hi.
And then let's see. We have Shane Mess is here. Hey, what's up, Shane? How's it going, man? And then Optimus Deadpool. You still here in the chat? What are you doing, brother? You're sure quiet for someone in our chat. Bianca finds the zombies. So good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. He's making the rounds, setting up a stream. That means he's not here anymore. He just
nice.
His name. Just poke his head and drop a name.
For those wondering what is on my shirt, that is Captain Love, you guys, and y'all should all go and check that book out as well, because it was freaking awesome. Like, what? Yeah.
I appreciate that. I was having a conversation today and getting basically told that I need to promote my own stuff more. I don't promote my own stuff enough. You know what I mean? It's I definitely should. I got to figure out how to step when I'm hosting a show, how I can step into shill mode and still be a host. It's something that's like they seem. Mandy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I
know. Yeah, I'm just as guilty of it as you are. Yeah. I very rarely promote my own stuff on my channel when I'm doing like promo streams and stuff for other people. I don't know, because it's not rude, but it seemed you know what I mean? Like I feel like, well, I want to give them their moment, so I don't want to come off as being rude. And yeah, I haven't ever got a hang of it either. So we do what we can, right?
Right. It just blows my mind how difficult. I mean, it's like, even like right now, thinking about talking about my book, I'm like, okay, I got to shift off of that. Just like initially my mind wants to but when I'm on someone else's stream as a guest, all I want to do is talk about my book.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah. And then there's Captain Love, like, so it's weird. It's just so weird. But you have a book that this is kind of horror genre, kind of superhero kind of, you got a lot going on here.
Yes.
So we will be able to introduce you guys to the Horror Talk audience, which is our Monday night audience as well.
Nice. Yes.
Actually, that audience, those videos pretty much average between 1,000 and 2,000 views on Facebook.
Oh, cool.
During their first week. So there's a substantial reach we'll get from that. So we'll definitely, during your campaign, we'll definitely get you guys onto Horror Talk.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
I keep trying to think I should send Brian a link because I would have normally like give him a heads up ahead of time, but crazy.
Right.
I mean, it's like, I should send him one. He'll be like, "Oh, why did you send me one?" I'm like, it's not like I didn't send you one. It's like I just sent it to you late. Where were you? How come you didn't answer it? What were you doing, man?
Just
Brian.
a little late. Not bad.
I'm trying to think of like what the next question I can ask is. I think something very. Oh, we got more people from Facebook here. I love our Facebook guests. Hello, welcome. The Horror Talk show, is more horror movie buffs, but we do horror comics and we talk all kinds of horror related stuff. The last couple of times we actually talked authors. I felt like we focused on movies too much, so we talked about Edgar Allan Poe and then H.P. Lovecraft. The last two shows,
Very nice.
So it's not a bad momentum, but it is one of those things that it's like one of those genres that I've always wanted to. I mean, I've written a full length horror film and a horror short, so it's the genre that I'm familiar with writing. You know what I mean? It's, and like have my own style that I like, and Brian is a horror fanatic, and he's
like,
same here.
Yeah, and he's like a complete like library of horror information, like an unreal amount. So you guys will definitely have fun hanging out in Horror Talk, because he will love talking about your book. That's for sure. I'm surprised that I didn't like get him in here sooner. He might. Let's see if he's even paying attention. He might be on another stream right now trying to sell his monkey book.
Monkey book. His monkey book was fantastic, though.
Yeah,
it was.
It's actually he's actually a really good storyteller.
Right? Absolutely.
He actually goes so much through a process. It's more than I could do. I thought that my process was pretty in depth. He goes like he makes a whole. I mean, he makes a spectacle of it. I mean, he goes down down every avenue. Makes like character Bibles and stuff. I still haven't. I got to make one for Captain Love. I still haven't done it. You know what I mean? It's like I'm on my second book and I haven't made a Captain Love Bible yet. You know what I mean? It's
by the third one, you'll need it.
Yeah.
So so then my next question is: we didn't really talk what Omega's powers are. Did we?
Omega's powers or Devour's?
No, Devour's powers. You talked about that briefly. I wanted to go Omega first, and then to see if Devour is more contrasting. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, Omega basically, if you just think about Superman and some of the powers he has, mostly they kind of mimic that. He can do lasers, as you can see, out his eyes. Super strong. He can fly really fast. Yeah, I mean, just think of what Superman could do and kind of put those powers in there, because they're basically kind of the same. He's just a very strong lasers. Yeah,
I got you. So
Yeah.
are these the kind of powers that Devour had before and then lost?
Yes. They pretty much mimic the same. But like I said, now Devourers have changed. He can no longer fly. He doesn't have the lasers. He can't do. He's still really, really, really fast. Really fast, like probably faster than Omega actually. And he can kind of like meld into shadows and jump and like move through shadows, like turn misty and go through shadows that way.
He's got like the power of darkness, is what you're saying.
Yes.
That's
so
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I read this. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It was this comic where one of the main character wasn't really a protagonist because he was actually a murderer. You know what I mean? But he was haunted by a demon, and that demon was called the Darkness. You know what I mean? And it was like a demon that had the power of darkness. You know what I mean? So
Gotcha.
like it was able to like materialize, but then it could disappear in shadows. It could travel between shadows. So like it could like back into this shadow and then appear in that one. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's pretty much what Devour does. And like I said, Omega Atlas would just be, Supermanish. He has a lot of the same powers Superman has. Now I may add stuff here and there as time goes on, but that's the basic. They have just general superhero powers, but they will morph in time. So as things happen, powers will be mutated. Again, things are going to change quite a bit as things progress in the story.
All right, let's run over your tiers real fast
awesome.
Before we run out of time. All right, so we have both covers and 2 sketch cards.
Yes.
And these would be the sketch cards that Peter is currently sketching right now.
Yes. Well, one of them will be with that one. I will be doing a sketch card, so you'll get one from me, and then you'll also get one from Pete. So you'll get one from both of the creators on the book.
Okay. And then you guys are going to sign them and make them look pretty, the cards, or
sign the cards, yes. But you won't get both of if it's my card, it'll be my signature. If it's Pete's card, it'll be his signature.
Right.
Just because we can't. Yeah, we're in different countries, so
the logistics are insane.
Right. So but you'll get both cards will be autographed by the one who did them.
So that's 2 covers and 2 sketch cards. Anything else? This is all the stretch goals that come through the thing, and right?
Yes, all the stretch goals. Yeah, anything that gets added on will be included with that.
Excellent. And then this is the John Mayland Super Dead cover.
Yes.
And you have the Super Dead Gilmore cover. Like, And then both covers for 45.
Yep, you get a little bit of a discount for getting 2, but with that one you don't get the sketch cards.
And now this one you have both covers, sketches and art.
Yes.
So it looks like you have both cards that you guys sketch, the sketch cards, and then both covers. And then this is obviously an original page of art.
Yeah, interior page. Yeah.
Yes.
Now this
is doing 20 of those.
You did them all. You did them all traditional, right? So.
Yeah, got them here. Got them here. I mean, the camera didn't pick it up because it's a terrible camera. And every time I show art using this camera, I say I've got to switch the cameras over, and I still haven't. But yeah, pages are all
nice.
Yeah, all there. See, there you go. I'm pointing it at the damn laptop. What an idiot.
Yep.
The camera's on the wall.
Are you giving us spoilers? I was hoping.
No. These are all on the these are all on the campaign page. I could give you. No, I'm not giving you spoilers. That's not on the campaign page.
Nice.
Take that away.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried.
He tried.
Yeah, no, my life would not be worth living.
So that's pretty good. So then you get the then you get the package, and then what's she gonna do? Swim across the Atlantic to kick your butt?
I might. I'm a good swimmer.
Yeah.
So that's a good deal because you get the original art. Now this is the original cover art. Now this is the cover. This is Pete's cover, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
2 sketches, both books, and all for $1,000.
Mhm.
And then this is the trading card artwork, which is gone.
Yeah, you're not sharing the screen anymore.
Which is gone.
True.
Oh,
you're not sharing the screen anymore, man.
Oh, that would help if I was doing that, huh?
I know what you're talking about.
I know, exactly. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's been a day. It's been one of those days. So there's the $1,000 one with the original cover art, and then the Bristol board 11x17, and the both covers and sketch art.
Yeah, they were from the trading cards. They were.
Yes.
That backers are going to get one from the mailing list. You know, people who were on the mailing list, they get a exclusive card, and then the one we just unlocked with the first stretch goal.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so what's the best thing about this campaign so far? This book, the story, the whole thing. What's the best thing? Go.
For my writing, of course. But Pete's gonna say his own. I knew it. I knew I was gonna get that look.
I will say your writing too.
No, the art is incredible, as you can tell. I was
actually going down the road of what is your favorite part about the whole thing so far.
Oh,
yeah,
the whole experience, getting a John Malin cover.
Yeah. I mean, I got a John Malin cover. Like, what? How does that happen? It's okay. John Malin, who is just an amazing artist, who drew one of my favorite characters ever, Cable, has drawn my character that I created, and it's on my book. And it's like, what? Oh my gosh, how did that even happen? So yeah, the John Malin cover, without a doubt, just I can't. I swear, when he told me, I screamed at the top of my lungs like a girl screech, like ah! And everybody looked at me like, my family was like, "What the hell is wrong with her?" But no, oh my gosh, it's John Malin. He drew Cable, so incredible. Graveyard Shift, Cable, like So John Malin.
Yesterday I had Dan Frager and John Malin saying awesome things about my art, which is like, I'm not supposed to admit I was into that, but yeah, it was like, no, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, I love to hear when people like gush on my writing, so I understand, man. I totally. I want to play like, yeah, well, thank you. Try to be all humble, you know what I mean? But you really want to go, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, and Archie Bear as well was saying nice. Yeah, you know, I just secretly grin to myself.
Yeah, well, you do great artwork. You really do. I mean, everybody's aware of that. You know what I mean? There's no secret that Peter Gilmore has mad skill as an artist. You know? So that's definitely the case. I was looking at this right here, the puddle, and it's like it's like one of the things I noticed that like, okay, so like when I think of like the Peter art that I've seen over a time period, there's elements that stand out, you know what I mean? And like when there's water or movement or something like that those panels tend to shine in his artwork. You know what I mean? So especially water, I don't know what it is, but like every time I've seen water in something that you've done, it's been an amazing panel. And the first one I noticed was that stupid turtle.
Oh, the turtle. Yes.
That turtle was fantastic.
The turtle was amazing, but the water around it was also amazing. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to say who taught me to draw water, but I might tell you later when we're not on the air. But yeah.
Now I'm intrigued because I don't even think I know this. But on the upside, New Astoria is a incredibly rainy town.
It is.
It rains all the time there, so it is constantly drizzling or rainy or just.
So many times I've sent Mandy pages, and it's like, yeah, they're awesome, and then like 5 days later, I'll be like, neither of us noticed it wasn't raining in that panel.
Yeah, and then
we forgot the rain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always raining.
Hey, you know what? At least you're willing to go back and fix your stuff. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that won't. You know, I'm
absolute nightmare for that. Going back and just tweaking things and just fixing things, and and I'll say, "Look, I fixed this," and Mandy'd be like, "The same to me."
Exactly the same. Well, good job. Yeah.
Yeah. Pat me on the head. Good job.
Like what did you change?
Chips on the refrigerator. Yeah. Good job.
Right. Good job. You did good. But yeah, I wanted New Astoria to be dark and rainy and just it was sad. You know, I mean, no sun. It's just crap weather basically.
Some bits of the city are cleaner than others, but it's never going to be nice or shiny or
no. A very old, nasty city filled, that is still recently just getting over an entire, villain taken over with an army of undead. So things were getting better, but things are about to get a lot worse yet again. So
just to recover from one thing.
Yeah, they
people of New Astoria.
They just recovered from that, and now 10 years later it's gonna get really bad in New Astoria again.
So like do they is this like near Seattle, Washington, or do they just like potentially have a storm cloud above their town?
No, I don't have necessarily a location. But yeah, that would, if you were going to put it somewhere, that would be a good place to put it, kind of near up in Washington area where it's rainy and kind of on the coast. But yeah, I wanted it to be, I wanted him to be able to make it like dark and grimy and so we went rainy like in The Crow.
Yeah.
Or for those of you who are going to hate me for saying it, like in Twilight. So,
nothing like Twilight.
He's nothing like Twilight.
This is Sparkle. This is Sparkle.
Oh no. Nobody will sparkle. No matter what you write in the script, nothing's going to sparkle.
Yeah, Pete's cut me off as sparkling characters, I'm afraid. So nothing's going to sparkle.
Okay, now I did give you my word that we would cut off early so you can make another stream. So we're gonna go ahead and sign off right now. And then everybody make sure that you go and check out Super Dead. And I realized that I hadn't backed it yet, so I just now backed it.
Thank you.
And so well, I mean, I was gonna. I mean, how would you knew I was gonna? It's like, I thought I already had. I just hadn't.
I do that all the time. I spotted another one today that I thought I'd backed and I hadn't.
I have to space them out because I've backed over 60 books probably now. Let's see. I mean, seriously. I mean, that gets expensive. I mean,
yes, it does.
Like, how much do I'm 70 books.
70.
You guys were number 70 in my backing contributions. So you know what I mean? And if you do the math, it's just at $25, which they're not at all $25.
Right. But just the $25 ones times 70, that's
money.
That's money. Yeah.
That's like seven. It's like, I don't want to know. It's over $1,500. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
It's over $1,500 in crowdfunded comics. This
crazy.
Some people would call that a sickness at this point. You know what I mean?
I call it a nice hobby.
I call it a budding business.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That way I can write those off on my taxes.
Dude, that's a good idea. Research.
Seriously. Oh my gosh.
Materials. I might try that.
Straight truth right there. Research material. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we're going to let you go. Everybody, thank you for coming so much. And then when those people who watch the show later, thank you again for watching. And then stay tuned. Mandy has a wonderful channel on YouTube called Mandy Summers. Do you do anything on Facebook? I know that.
Yeah, I actually just made a Facebook account. You can find me at Mandy Summers over there. Wart the Wizard on Twitter and Instagram.
All right. So for those of you on Facebook, she's Mandy Summers on Facebook. You'll find her. Search Mandy Summers, and the one that looks like her, the one that looks like this person. That's her. Pete, are you doing Facebook, Peter?
I stopped doing Facebook 2 years ago. No, just follow Mandy, and then just me on Twitter.
Just follow Mandy, and then she'll just like ricochet things at Pete.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I keep getting emails saying somebody's tagged you on Facebook, and I'm like, Mandy's tagged you on Facebook.
No, it's always me.
We got to let them go. So thank you so much, everybody, and we're going to end the broadcast.
Bye.
Cool.